So this exhaust is stupid thin. The muffler right here, and this whole thing is made out of this material. So I already seen it on a different exhaust, but it rotted up here where, let's see if it's right here where it meets. It rotted right there, all the way around the weld. This kit doesn't come with rubber hangers. This is the one I had on it before, as well as this one. This is just a random one that I found, put on here. This whole kit is messed up that I've found. If you look, it's kind of pulling it towards the front of the vehicle. It's only being held on there because it's got this loop and this like ball on this side. This side isn't too bad. It's obviously twisted though, because I don't know why they did this, but you can see it's at an angle, obviously. Maybe if it's a leverage thing or something, but it's at an angle, so when they try to install them or weld them or whatever, it's not parallel with it. It's kind of cockeyed like this on both sides. Whether or not that was supposed to be a feature, but a good example of the welds on this. They're not bad welds. They don't look bad at all. They obviously look machine welded though. I previously broke the hanger off of right here on my car, so it doesn't hang on this one. I think the hanger came off like this, came towards it and came off to the edge. It would have been a little bit off. Would have had to stretched out the hanger pretty good to get it, the hanger to get it on there. But so far you can see that in general, this is not well built, because as it's going, it's definitely slamming against bits of the frame and suspension right here. Like, I'm afraid, there you go, afraid once I put this down that it's gonna hit the suspension. Let's see if I can't show you. Literally against the what is this? Some sort of control arm or something. Go into here. You can probably see right there, hanging really low. Now, I probably could have done a little bit better of a job centering these, but just in general, you can see that that's far off. Like, that's where it should be at the top, not even close. And then you can see as it comes over here, way off to the side over here, should be more centered, like right here. As you can tell, it should have been quite a bit over, but either way, this is super long and it would have hit this right here, the shield. Also, it hits the shield right here, no matter what you do. Ridiculously loud too, so I haven't gone for a test drive or anything yet, but I'm sure it's gonna be pretty loud in vibrations wise. This is not this long. You can see that it's narrow right here. It's stretching this bushing out, this hanger out pretty far. Once again, I could have probably done a little bit better of a job centering it or whatever, but just come on, it's so off. And right here, this is just barely on there, and it's probably gonna fall off. The hanger right here, just look how off it is. Way cockeyed. It's way too forward. It would have been better if it was just moved over just a wee little bit, just maybe 2 inches. And then you would actually be able to use the rest of the hanger right here. And it's real bad over here. It's basically destroyed the hanger. But hey, I would rather have it destroying the hanger and having it against the frame nice and tight than it just being so far off. I'm afraid it's gonna drag on the ground while I'm driving. You can also see right here how much there is. Jesus. There's like a good 5-6 inches right here. I mean, obviously, it's not supposed to be in there all the way. It's supposed to have some leeway, but if it was up like 2 more inches, 3 inches, it's just wrong. And my biggest pet peeve, the whole situation I'm having with this thing, is right here. There's supposed to be, and I don't know if it's supposed to be on this test pipe or whatever, but on the stock catalytic converter right here, right before it meets the mid pipe, there's supposed to be an O2 sensor bung, but there isn't one. And it's not like there is one all the way down, or like on the catalytic or on the test pipe itself at all. There's nothing. The only one for quote unquote downstream for this is the upstream section right here. This is where the upstream one is on the stock exhaust, and instead of right here, it's supposed to have like this little section of pipe that helps it bend and move and stuff. Also, it didn't come with a donut. I don't know if you can tell if it's gonna focus. You can't see it. Oh, you can see it. That right there is the donut. I had to use the old donut off of mine. Instead of them supplying a donut for that, they gave they didn't even give us anything for the for right here. I thought they gave us like a flat washer for it, a flat double washer that's supposed to get, or double fastener exhaust gasket, but they didn't even do that. This is real bad. This is real weird too. I don't know what the hell they're doing here, but there. Why isn't it focusing? There we go. Right there is the hanger for this other side. I don't know what the hell they're doing here. That ain't gonna work. What the hell is this? I know this is for, don't quote me, I think it's the 93 to 97 Accord, but they should be the same. This is not. I don't know what the hell this is about. I'm gonna end up prying this up and getting it out of the way a little bit, but I just want to make sure I don't miss anything before I do that. Over here, this hanger wasn't too bad. It's only perfect, quote unquote perfect, because this is the one I started with. This is where I started on the test pipe, hanging the system. Well, besides the down pipe, if you're gonna do this system, start by loosely putting on the head, the header, and then the down pipe. Also, I don't know. Just again, what are they doing with this and this? This is not how it is stock. I understand this is different, but I don't understand why this is so far weird, so far off. Right here on the subframe support bracket beam thing, right here to right here, also where the exhaust hanger is, It's built in. I had to weld the hell out of it right here. Let's see if I can't go back. Right here, I had to hammer the heck out of it to get it to fit with this here. And it's might hit, yeah, it's hitting a little bit, but I'm sure it's not gonna be as bad as the back. But yeah, you're gonna have to modify your bracket right here, your support thing right here. When I modified and hammered this, these, or just in general, it didn't want to line up again. So if you modify this bracket, this support, these holes are not going to line up, or on either side, this side or the other side. These holes aren't going to line up, so I said F it. It's a 96 Accord. I just sent it. I shoved them in there cockeyed and forced them. But I mean, shouldn't have had to remove this. Like, it shouldn't have to be removed in the first place, but that's whatever. Besides that, let me get out. Besides that, this is the upstream, quote unquote upstream one. You cannot connect that to anything down there. Your downstream, your stock downstream O2 sensor is not long enough, and your upstream one's not long enough to fit that. So I understand that's probably for like modding your car and having an extra O2 thing for like a, I don't know, fuel system or standalone or something like that. But it's a cool option, but not it. You should have not put that there and put it on the downstream. Besides that, I only had one where the one nut where it grabbed onto the stud and removed the stud, but that was no problem at all. I used some heat, just some propane, just some normal propane, and heated them up before I cracked them loose. Now, I don't think you're probably going to have a problem doing that without propane. Maybe, maybe not. They're supposed to be torqued down to 23 foot-pounds. So, yes, no, it could break a stud, but, I mean, it's 23 foot-pounds, and it's not that bad. You can't see it, but underneath these studs and these bolts, these holes are way too big. The only reason why they fit on this is because these nuts have they have washers built into them, so that's why it fits and whatever. Whether or not they planned on that, or I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking when they were making this. Anything else? Oh, the gaskets. I have a random gasket somewhere. That's an extra 3 fastener gasket. I don't know where to put it. I don't know. Why there's an extra one? With an extra one of these? Oh, I don't know if you noticed. There's 3 of these right here. 3 of these silver grade 5. There's grade 5 bolts that they give you, 3 of them. Why there's an extra grade 8, 3 of them or whatever? I don't know. Lots of I don't knows. This is what's left of the kit after I've got done putting it on. I'm gonna have to buy an O2 bung, and I think it'll work if I weld it right here. I'm probably gonna have a shop do that, just remove this and down there and take this pipe out. Shouldn't be too difficult. It's basically falling out of the hangers anyways. it's definitely tight on there. You don't gotta worry about that. I don't think it's gonna fall off. It might rip off though. It's so low. Let's see. Can you see how low it is? It's not that low, I guess. But the front is very low. Very low. Let's see the back. This is ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. I don't know what I did wrong, if I did anything wrong. No instructions, no nothing. I would suggest putting in the instructions that the head gasket, or these head bolts, nuts, whatever, that they need to be torqued down to 23 foot-pounds. But the only reason why I knew is because I got a Haynes manual. Whatever. Right here is the 4-cylinder model. It says exhaust manifold nuts, 23 foot-pounds. These are inch-pounds. It says otherwise indicated inch-pounds, but these are all, this would be 23 foot-pounds. That bracket, the front to rear crossbar, I took a block of wood, set it up there like that, and put my foot on it and welded it to get it to fit. It's supposed to be right here. I just put these fasteners in there just so it stays, so we don't lose the fasteners. But it's supposed to be there like that. There's no way that this is fitting on there. And it's not just low, like the exhaust is low, but if you look, let's see if I can't get a good look somehow. If this is lined up, that's way off to the passenger side. Is the reason why I said you should start with the downpipe, or whatever you'd call this. I'd call it downpipe. The reason why you'd want to start there is because this nut right here is real hard to get to. If you tighten down the head nuts first, the exhaust manifold nuts, you can't get to it very nicely. It's probably like 4 inches off the ground. It's a lot quieter than it was before with just the mid pipe. I don't know why that is rattling so bad. I got the bolts tight on the silencer. Let's turn around and go for a ride real quick. All right. This vibration went away once I got into it a little bit. Going around the block real quick to see how it sounds, how it feels. It sort of kind of feels like it's got a little bit more power, maybe. Besides that, I don't feel anything, I don't hear anything. So I think the real big problem I have right now is probably how low the exhaust is. But other than that, it actually feels like it's got a bit more power. Let's go back to the house and take that silencer out. It does just fine with the burnouts. I mean, it's just raining, but usually does a little bit extra in second. It's about the same amount for the burnout. Let's take that silencer out and see what it sounds like. It's got 2 fasteners that hold the silencer on. Those 2 holes. That's what the fasteners look like. They're Allen keys, and 10mm nuts on the end. That's loud. That's good. I like that. Definitely seems a little bit more powerful with the silencer out as well. We're talking like a horsepower or two maybe when we're talking about power here. I'd say my number one problem with this, exhaust is that it hangs low. I think it sounds fine. All right.